Hey everybody, this is not the video I wanted to make today. I was going to make a video on my PlayStation 5, reveal event predictions. I had this nice video, I just literally recorded it. I was about to edit it, and then news just broke out of PlayStation. The quote saying this: "We have decided to postpone the PlayStation 5 event scheduled for June 4th. While we understand gamers worldwide are excited to see PS5 games, we do not feel that right now is a time for celebration. And for now, we want to stand back and allow more important voices to be heard." Um, that kind of sucks, right? I mean, like, first glance at it, but let's talk. I mean, Sony wants us to talk. Let's have a honest to God conversation. 2020's been fucking weird. Again, no notes in front of me. It's just been a weird year. Tensions have never been higher. We've been stuck in our houses for months after they said it'd be 2 weeks. We're all angry at each other. Uh, black black men and women are gunned down, choked out for the color of their skin, and prosecuted because of such. Like, let's just have this fucking conversation. I've been ignorant for a very long time. I remember the first time I heard of the talk when black parents talk to their kids about police and how to behave and why they should behave that way in front of police officers. I was like 1920, maybe. I remember talking to one of my friends, and she's like, "Oh man, I'd love to go, across the street to this convenience store get some Gatorade, but I don't think it's a good idea at night, to do that." And I was like, "Why?" And she's just like, "Dude, I'm a black person in a hoodie. Like, we just don't do that." And I was educated on the matter, and it was fucking weird where I realized, I'm Hispanic, but I pass white, and and I never needed that talk. But after Trump was elected, we had to sit down with my parents and told them why they couldn't speak Spanish in public. There's a lot of anger right now, pent up at each other because we can't admit when we're wrong. We can't admit that we don't have all the answers. We have to be behind certain ideas or ideologies 110%, and we can't veer off. It's all or nothing. It's either these protests because a few stores are being broken into, we forget the tens of thousands that march peacefully, right? Because one trans person yells in a GameStop, well, now all trans people are weird. It's one side or the other. It's either woke liberalism or go woke or get broke conservatism, and there is no conversation. There's just accusation. I'm a fairly liberal dude, but I believe in a dialogue 9 times out of 10. But I'm angry today, not because PlayStation closed an event, but because George Floyd was someone's son. Because I remember a few years back, my mom had a counterfeit bill she wasn't aware of. And this was like out of Rite Aid, and I don't even know. It's like a convenience store for the most part, pharmacy, and they're like, "This is a fake 20," and the police came, and they told him the situation, fake bill. Mom showed him the bill, and they just wrote a little thing. Nobody got in trouble. Everybody went without their day. We all just had a weird story. No harm, no foul to the pharmacy. No harm, no foul to the police officer. No harm, no foul to my mother. It's been stuck in my head for days of what if she was black? Would that have gone differently? And sadly, I think it would have. Black Lives Matter means all lives matter. You can be someone that believes that there is a problem systematically in this country towards black people. And our history shows that. And at the same time, be aware of the fact that not every police officer is evil. They're not. There's so many good people. One of my good friends, Jason, is literally the nicest human being I've ever met in my entire life. Is a police officer and a volunteer firefighter on the side. He's a terrific human being, and he will tell you the same thing that most people will. Is that most police officers are good. They're just people, and they've put themselves in this situation to be, the vanguards of justice. And it's stressful in that high stress situations constantly. And unfortunately, not everyone's cracked up to be in that position. Unfortunately, some people shouldn't be in that position and they get in because that's how sometimes life works. But fuck me if someone is kneeling on a fucking guy's neck. 3 people are kneeling on him. Why? For 8 minutes, this man is begging for his fucking life. He's calling out to his fucking mother. That's not resisting, it's begging. Yes, there are sometimes maybe too many protections. Maybe there needs to be something in place so that we can avoid situations like these. And sadly, people will be selfish, right? They'll be like, PlayStation just SJWs yet again, ruining my fun, ruining my video games. Because this week, last week, I was trying to make a video. I swear to God, I couldn't do it. I couldn't make a fucking unboxing about a controller because I could not take myself out of this moment and out of this pain. I cannot be excited for this event right now, though I am trying so hard to be. People across the world, man. I woke up to it this morning. New Zealand, they're protesting for us. All the way from New Zealand to Berlin, Germany. Thousands of people march for people they will never meet. There is a beautiful thing, though, throughout this chaos. It does show one thing, is that there's pictures of sea of white, black, Hispanic, Asian, the fucking rainbow. People fighting for people. There's nothing more beautiful than that. I didn't expect to cry in this video. I get emotional as shit. But here I am. We need to have these hard conversations. They're important to have. And I hope we keep this energy. I hope we keep this energy for November. I hope we make this change. I hope we say enough is enough. And I'm not just saying vote out the big orange idiot. Because I think at this point we can all agree he's a fucking moron. But like voting out the people that are just the same. And hopefully voting in true change with true people that are trying to fight for us. Because at the end of the day, and I feel like I've missed the mark here several times in trying to say, whether you're Democrat or Republican, I honestly believe that most of us want the best for us. Red or blue or green, indigo, whatever. We all want the best for each other. We just have different ways of going about it. But I do believe that if you see these protests as nothing more as violence, and you want to, give us no quarter, if you still look at this orange man in his bunker and think, that's the leader I want, That's the leader we fucking need. To teach who a lesson. That's my question for you. Teach who a lesson. I know I'm going to get a lot of dislikes, but I'm ready for it. Ready for it all, because this needs to be heard. We need to have this conversation. And man, whew, there's a lot of feelings, right? It's fucking... Hey guys, let's get back to video games. So yeah, PlayStation postponed this event. Guess what? There'll be more events to come. Yes, places have been broken into. That'll be replaced. But the lives we lost, the lives we will continue to lose if we don't change something, those are never getting replaced, my friends. Never. Usually in these videos I say like, share, subscribe. Instead, here's what I want you to do. Call that person you love. Parent, family member, brother, sister, friend, person you haven't met in a while or talked to in a while. Call them up. Tell them how much you love them. It's something I've been doing. It helps me out. Every conversation. It kind of makes people weird too. Like I'll end a podcast or like we're in a conversation, be like, all right guys, love you. And we're like, all right, you fucking weirdo. What's going on? But really, call them up. Tell them you love them. Tell them you care. Tell them you're here for them. Because I think that's what people need the most, is to know that they're not alone. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, that was my sharing and caring moment. I hope I tricked you guys with a thumbnail that I was very witty about by talking about this PlayStation event. I hope you stuck around to hear a message. And I hope you spread it with your voice. It's important. I love you guys. Keep your wits about you. Have a nice one. This is a video I wanted to make. I needed to make. And thank you for hearing it.